Here's another video for you guys. This right here's for actually the truckers that drives Commerce, has a Class A CDL, Class B, or Class C. This right here is probably going to throw out a lot of the rules and regulations that are put in place because there is a case law. Now, if you guys want to pause this and read it, you can. I would suggest doing it off your phone. You could probably see it a lot better if you can get it to stand your phone up and get it to actually go big screen with it. You can see it a lot better. But I'm not going to read all this to you. I'm just going to point out certain things. Now, under constitutional law in Section 329, page 1135, it basically says that we have a right to travel without hindrance. That's what this right here is. Now, if you go down here to, well, that's a Chicago Motor Coach versus Chicago. This right here is where I want to go at, which I'm right here. Try to highlight it for you. Right here is where I'm at. Okay. Now, if you see right there, it says the right to operate a motor vehicle. Then you have braces, and in them braces you have an automobile. Okay. And if you go down here, just below it at Adams versus City of, I don't, Pocatello. I think that's how you say it. It says no state government entity has the power to allow or deny passage on the highway, byways, nor waterways, transporting his vehicle and personal property for either recreational or business, which they kind of wrote that in a way to make it seem like if you work in commerce, but they're going to try to pull that off as saying if you're going to work. But if you're going to work, you ain't doing business, right? Because you're not clocked in. They wasn't specific about that. But anyways, but to be subject only to local regulations, which is safety, caution, traffic lights, speed limits, etc. Travel is not a privilege requiring license, vehicle registrations, or forced insurance. Now, this is case law, okay? This is applicant law or applicant rulings, which under the applicant court is basically Supreme Court, okay? I'm just going to scroll down here a little bit and then we'll go back up there. You guys can pause this and read it. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll through it, let you guys read it here. Now, here's the definition of motor carrier. For the purpose of determining the applicability of Section 216. Now, this right here's out of the regulations. I'm not going to read that though. Well, I'm just going to go back up here, right here. Nope, that's not it. Right here, legal definitions. Right here at the top. 18 U.S. Code 31, motor vehicle. The term motor vehicle means every description of carriage. Now listen, it says carriage, right? Now there's a case law out there. I think I still got to find it. I'm gonna keep adding to this to gain strength to it. But carriage is a constitutional right. It's in constitutional law. Description of carriage or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power and used for commercial purposes on the highways and the transportation of passengers and property, or public or cargo used for commercial purposes on the highway. Okay, I'm just going to scroll through here, let you guys read it. Then we'll go back up here and I'll go to my point. Okay, let's go back up here to we're going back right here. Now, if you see these brackets, or, well, braces, I should say, right here around the automobile. You see them braces, or them, yeah, the braces? Let's see what braces mean. Braces. Okay. As you see right here, well, same thing, right? Right here and right here, down here. Okay. This is braces. This is what braces means. These are braces, as you can see right here, so you know what they're talking about. They are sometimes called curly brackets. They are rarely used in writing, but they can be used to show list items or equal choices. So what they did in this case law, whoop, let me scroll back up here. So what they did in this case law, right here, operate a motor vehicle, an automobile, them curly brackets, which are braces, they basically said a motor vehicle is an automobile. But we have a right to travel in an automobile unrestricted. The only thing you have to do is obey local traffic uh, ordinances like stop signs, speed limits, traffic lights, speed limits, you know, stay within the line. So, since they did this, that throws lot of the rules and regulations out the window. Are they going to make people who drive a conveyance in an automobile? Are they going to make them put a ELD in their vehicle? Or are they going to make them write a logbook out? Are they going to restrict their time? Are they going to make them pay if the tax? Right? You see what I'm getting at? Now, they can limit, how much weight they put on the vehicle, because they even do that on automobiles too. But that's not stopping you from traveling. And also in the CFR 49 regulations, it states that a driver is a traveler. So if a driver's traveling while he's conducting his business, why are they putting regulations against it? Why are they making rules against it? It becomes invalid according to the Administrative Procedure Act and Public Law 49404 Section 12. It becomes invalid. So you don't have to follow that rules and regulations. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and do it unless you actually research this stuff for yourself. Don't do it blindly, is what I'm saying. Make sure you get your P's and Q's, know the laws of it, of what you can and can't do, find the loopholes, and then pursue it. Because if a judge says, no, this ain't right, we find you at fault, and you know you're not at fault, then place that judge under citizen's arrest for deprivation of rights under color of law. It's pretty simple. So what they did is they screwed themselves. See, you could take this case law into court with you, and they have to rule this. Because in the Constitution it says all are to be treated equally. So since one person did it, it's open to all people to do it. Right? But they screwed up right here. This right here is enough to stick it straight up the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration's butt. Right there. Because that's saying a motor vehicle is an automobile. Not only that, I'm going to add to this. I'm going to find more case law because there is a case law out there that talks about carriages. Right here. Saying it's right. Okay. Plus you got wagon, which would be the trailer. And if you notice here, now these are legal definitions. These are actually legal definitions. So you got wagon right here, right? Now if you look here where it says merchandise of all description. See, transportation of goods, wares, and merchandise of all description. Right? And then you got vehicle, which is a carriage. I'm going to stick it to them. Anyways, I wanted to point that out to you guys. I'm going to add more to this. I'm going to leave the link of the description to this document below. So if you guys want to keep this link for yourself, um, because I'm going to keep adding to this, and you guys can check in periodically to see my progress. But I'm making this document just for the truckers, so we can get out from underneath these ridiculous rules and regulations. Now, some rules and regulations can still apply, and there basically ain't gonna be no way to go around it. But yeah, I'm I'm doing this for the truckers because I'm a trucker too, and I know how it is, and I know they're going to try to keep putting these ELDs in trucks, and I know they're trying to come out with another rule about it for the older trucks that have the ECMs on the motors, like Detroit. But we're going to we're going to get it straightened out. I'm gonna hit them hard with it too. But anyways, figure I want to bring this out to your attention. I'll leave the link in the description below for this. So peace. God bless. Be safe.